Okay, ladies and gents, I think I've been riding with this seat cover on the bike long enough now that I think I have enough info that I can give you an honest review of what it's like with this on the bike. This is an airflow seat cover and it's handmade right here in Cape Town. If you're riding in somewhere really hot, you'll soon learn that having a hot, sweaty ass is not the ideal way to spend the day. So the idea of this seat cover is to lift your bum from the seat a little bit and allow some air to get underneath. And that has a huge difference on keeping you nice and cool during the day. Another little advantage is it gives a little bit more spring on your backside, so the seat is a little bit more spongy than it would normally be. As you can imagine, there is a huge number of different shapes and sizes of motorcycle seats. The guys at Airflow Seat Covers have got a really nice and slick way of templating the design of your seat and making a custom shaped seat cover exactly for your type of bike. There's something to be said about using this seat cover in the wet, whether it's raining or you've just washed the bike. When the seat is wet, this little mesh lifts your ass ever so slightly off the seat, and then the water can drain out and it keeps your bum considerably drier than it would have been had you just been sitting on the plain seat. So not only does it keep you cool in the hot, it keeps you dry in the wet. The cover is held underneath the seat with some Velcro straps to pull it nice and tight and give it this tidy finish. It really does look nice and clean and crisp and not out of place. It is a very, very, very smart finish to the whole thing. Now that I've had this seat cover on for a few months, there's a few things which I've started to notice which are extra little add-ons as to why this thing is so cool. The first one is, if you've got great big boots like this one, every time you get on and off your bike, we know that you scuff the seat. Eventually, you're gonna ruin the seat, and this has made it really nice and easy for me not to ruin the original Honda seat cover. So it's protecting my seat from me and my dodgy boots. As with most motorbike seats, it's a black leathery material, and parking it out in the sun, you know you're doing two things. One, the sun is cooking the seat and ruining the seat over time if your bike spends a lot of time parked out in the sun. And the other one, when you get back to your bike, it's about 4 million degrees centigrade on your ass when you sit down. So this seat cover fixes both of those. One, it's protecting your seat, the leather part of your seat, from the sun. It's much easier to replace a seat cover on the top than it is to replace the actual bike seat cover. And the second one is when you come back to your bike and you sit on, it's nice and cool. It's not even hot when you get there. So if you live in a place where your bike is often parked in the sun, the two things it can do: save the seat from sun deterioration, and also when you get back to your bike, it's way cooler to sit on this than it is to sit on the actual seat. Another little thing that I've worked out along the way, had nothing to do with the seat cover in itself or what it was originally made for, is when you're riding and you're stood up on the bike, your knees have got something to bite into. It's almost like you've got an added little friction pad on the actual seat, and you can hug really nice and tight with your knees. So if you're looking to upgrade the seat on your bike, you want to give yourself a little bit more spongy for your bum to sit on, perhaps keep you cool in the summer, a little bit drier in the winter, give your seat a little bit of protection from your boots, help your standing up riding, really is a nice little finish on the bike. It really does look smart. If you're thinking about something like that, check out the guys at Airflow Seat Covers and see if they've got one especially made for you. So of all the things that have been added to this bike, and there's been a lot to be fair, this is definitely one of the ones that I like the most. It seems to be the most practical all round. I get a whole load of little bits of added benefit to having it on the bike, and there seems no reason to not have one on your bike. They come for all shapes and sizes, so it doesn't really matter what type of bike you've got. Big bike, small bike, off-road, on-road, tourer, golf cart, you name it, they've got a seat cover for you. That's it for my little update on my seat cover. Winter's coming soon, and this seat cover has not been on the bike during winter, so I might do a winter update. We'll see how we get on. Hope some of you find that helpful. All the links for what you're going to need are in the description below. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, Ciao.